$99.99. So it's basically $2,000. Today you're saving over $1,000 because we're including that activator, which, as Sean said, you don't have to use. It's just a nice little serum that will start right away to reduce the breakage, to help you feel like you've got more volume, and of course to sort of set the stage really with a healthier scalp. And then you get to use that laser hair cap with the most lasers that we've ever offered at the lowest price here at HSN. And we actually have so many different testimonials. That auto ship will ship you that activator every 30 days at half price. Normally it's $60.95. You'll get it for $30.50 every month, or however frequently you like to purchase it. So we've had many testimonials. Martino, Isabel shared with us, and we've got, you may have heard of Dr. Dinesh. She sells an amazing skincare at QVC, so take a listen to Dr. Dinesh.
My name is Dr. Adrienne Dinesh. I'm a medical doctor. I also have a PhD. 2 years ago, I began to see a profound change in the quality of my hair. I have started to use Capillus, and I find it effective. It is very important for me that Capillus is FDA cleared. You put it on your head, you turn it on, one button, and you're done.
That's it. It's 6 minutes a day. So if you're just joining us, if you have any questions, we've got about 20 more minutes with you and to take advantage of Sean's expertise. But anytime you're saving $1,000, over 50% off, this is your opportunity. So if you've thought, you know what, I'm just gonna have to deal with hair loss, or I'm just gonna have to wear a wig, or I'm always gonna have to wear a cap, this is why you're tuning in, because this opportunity, not only does it not come around every day, it's never been offered before, and this is the last scheduled airing we have of this deal at all. So not just the last scheduled airing today, the last scheduled airing here at HSN. If you want to take advantage of the $1,999 cap at $999, and of course, this is an investment, but it's an investment in you, in how confident you feel. What has your hair loss been keeping you from doing? You know, Sean, I used to be like, oh man, I wish I went to one of those churches where I could wear a big hat, because then I would feel more confident going, knowing that people were sitting behind me in church and seeing, you know, kind of seeing what I was really trying to hide. There was no way that I could hide that hair loss. You don't have to hide it anymore. This gives people the confidence. It gives men and women confidence and hair, right? Not just confidence. It's not like, oh, hey, I look great. You really are regrowing your hair.
You know, part of my job is interviewing folks. So I've met Isabel. I was actually sitting next to Martino in that interview that you saw. And one of the interviews that sticks out to me right off the top is a young woman who was a hairstylist, and she got her engagement photos back. And you know the picture that you take when, you know, you're both looking down at the engagement ring? They got the pictures back. They were in the viewing. She had to walk out of her engagement photo viewing to not break down and have a meltdown in front of her fiance and the photographer, because she did not know that she was losing her hair. She's 5'2" like I am, she's petite. And so she didn't realize that people were looking down on her head. And she said, you know, hair is my calling card. I do people's hair. And she was losing, and this may have happened to you, the part was getting wider and you could see her scalp. She went to a doctor. The doctor went through what you and I were going through right now, talked to her and said, listen, this is androgenetic alopecia. It's the main cause of hair loss. It's genetics. There is something you can do. Low-level laser therapy in the form of the Capillus cap. So she got the Capillus cap. The wedding was a year later. Her hair looked great. And now she, when she's in the hair chair, because she's gone through it, she can gently, when people say, okay, my hair's thinning, can we cut it so that we part it on this side to cover that spot? She can gently say, yes, we can do that, absolutely. And by the way, have you heard of Capillus? And I think that's the main thing I want to say to you is, by the way, there is Capillus. And if you're wondering, okay, how much hair is normal to lose? Everyone loses about 100 hairs a day. That's a healthy scalp. And the reason is your hair goes through an anagen, telogen, catagen, like a growth phase, almost like a tree. You know, it grows the healthy hair, then that healthy hair is pushed out after it's sat dormant for a little bit and been on your head, and then a new healthy hair grows in a healthy follicle. Now, if you're one of the 30 million people, including me, this is probably you might be finding hair in the sink, hair on your shirt, hair on things at work. I had somebody walk up to me at work and pull hair off of me before a meeting. It's that moment where you're like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. That is hair loss due to androgenetic alopecia generally. And it's because your hair follicle is miniaturizing. So that hormone, and it's the same hormone in men and women, it's called DHT, it's actually triggering that follicle to start miniaturization. So it's going to get smaller and smaller and eventually stop producing hair. Now, what the doctor will generally show you when you walk into an office is this. It's the Ludwig-Savin classification. This is female pattern baldness. And if you are in that white area, meaning the patch has gotten completely bald, it's stopped producing altogether, we can't bring it back. But if you are in that gray area on that screen right now, meaning it's getting thinner on the sides, the parts getting wider, the ponytail's getting thinner, you're noticing handfuls in the sink or the shower drain, Capillus can most likely help. Again, clinically proven by studies. It's FDA cleared. This is a medical device. Now, male pattern baldness looks a little different, and here's the classification for that. Usually, and not with all men, but a lot of men will get that M, the receding hairline, the patch on the back of the head. I know Adam, one of the hosts at HSN, has the Capillus cap, loves it. I know Lynn's brother loves it. As far as women, I know Shannon and I use it. Lots of models use it. If you're in that gray area, we can generally wake that follicle back up. But please do not wait until that patch gets shiny bald, because if it does, if that follicle completely stops producing, we can't bring it back. And that's why we keep saying this. This is an FDA cleared medical device. You used to have to either, well, one, get a prescription, two, make an appointment at an office. Now this is for at-home use. These are the same class 3R lasers. They're medical grade lasers. They're cool lasers. So a lot of times I think people will ask, well, does it hurt? Can I feel it? You can't feel this. It penetrates about 5 to 6 millimeters into your scalp so that it does get to the bottom of the follicle. Do what you can so that, again, here's a miniaturizing follicle, so that that laser light can get to that follicle. If you have clip-in extensions, take them out. If you have a wig, take that off. But if you have other extensions, just kind of move it around so that the follicle is exposed to the low-level laser therapy. Easy for me to say, but it's easy for you to do. It's 6 minutes a day, only once a day. That's another question I get for all the overachievers out there. If I do it more than once, will my hair grow back faster? Now, your hair cycle is your hair cycle, and that's why each of us, everybody's results will vary just a little bit. But overall, and again, many people were in these studies. This is a before and after of the use here. 6 months, you wore it once a day. That's all you need to do. If you are using minoxidil, you can go ahead and keep using that as well if you want to. We hear a lot of people, say, oh, the cap was just so much easier. This is something you use on dry hair. You can use it in the office. Nobody needs to know that you're using it. If you're embarrassed, maybe you don't want to talk about losing your hair. I think in this day and age, if you want to cut your hair super short and you're thinking, I'm going to wait so that my scalp isn't so exposed, get your Capillus cap and just keep track. Take a before picture, because this isn't going to happen overnight. We have, results from about 3 to 6 months, and then again, up to 12 months. But you're getting a great opportunity with HSN. And again, I use it. Shannon uses it. I mean, Shannon, it's such a great, I think, fun opportunity to tell people this is out there and it can actually help with hair loss.
It is proven to regrow your hair. For men, for women, this is the day to start. If you saw that little chart where it showed the hair loss, where you're starting, that's actually here you are, you will continue to end up with less hair. That's how alopecia works. It doesn't just have you've got a little bit less hair around the part. It's a progressive issue. So you start to lose your hair, you continue to lose your hair, whatever hair you have. This will start to regrow your hair the moment you put it on. 6 minutes a day. This is certainly an investment. one of the best investments that you can make. My goodness, $199.80, free shipping and handling, and this is the highest end that we offer. Why? It's about how many lasers there are. Now, Capillus has done study after study after study. There are also independent studies out there. This is just the right wavelength of laser therapy. It's just the right wattage, and the more you can get right near your head, the better. The more you're gonna see those results all over. So if you are seeing thinning hair, maybe the hair quality is just bad. Maybe you think, oh, well, you know what, it's just because I have brittle hair. Or it's just because, you know, I overstyle my hair. This is going to make the hair that comes in so much healthier. One of the biggest compliments that I get is people say, you keep saying that you have hair loss. You don't have hair loss. Right, I don't anymore. But guess what? I still have alopecia. This doesn't stop the alopecia. You have it, right? If it's a condition, you keep using your Capillus. I still use my Capillus 6 minutes a day, every single day, and that hair continues to grow. It continues to get better. I don't have the hair in the sink, the hair in the brush, and you won't either. We are giving you an entire year. We used to offer 6 months, and that's long enough to be able to see results. You will see results, just like Isabella did, just like our other testimonials, but we're giving you an entire year for you, for a partner, for anyone in your household, because this is easy to clean. It's just silicone. It's not hot. There's nothing damaging about it. But today, for the last airing that we have scheduled, you're saving over $1,000. This is your day. This is your moment. You've got about 10 more minutes. If you want to talk to a representative, go ahead. If you want to just order this on hsn.com and cross your fingers thinking this could be the solution, it is. Guaranteed, the last thing you will ever have to try to regrow that hair. You don't have to wear a cap. I know we're including that extra pink cap. You can use it with the cap. You don't have to. You don't have to wear this outside and say, when I first got it, I was like, why am I gonna wear a cap advertising that I'm regrowing my hair, advertising that I'm covering up hair loss? It's for inside the comfort of your own home. We're including that pink cap just for fun. And you're also getting that activator that you can use with this or not. We've got great testimonials. We only have a few more minutes, but the hairdresser that Sean was talking about, we've actually got her on tape, so take a listen.
Finally finding an answer to hair loss and laser was probably the best feeling that I could have for my self-image, for my confidence, and everything that made me feel like who I was. I could wear it at work when I was sitting at my desk. I could actually get up and walk around the office with it. I could wear it in the car if I needed to. I think the best thing that I could recommend to someone is to be proactive about it. If you notice it, do something about it. Don't wait, because the longer you wait, the worse it can get. And by being proactive about it, you can actually stop it and help reverse it.
It's time to be proactive. Could you honestly answer right now, do you have great hair? Do you love your hair? If you can't answer yes, then this is for you. It may be a little bit difficult to admit. It took me a while to admit that I was losing my hair. I kept thinking, you know what? It's gonna change. Oh, it's just hormones. Oh, we can come up with excuse after excuse after excuse. You are out of excuses. As you're watching right now, look at this before and after. That's not just gray hair, that was scalp. Look at this gentleman, only 6 months. 6 minutes a day. You can do this. You can, if $199 on a credit card is tough, apply for an HSN card. You've got an extra month to pay this off. You're gonna get an extra $40 off. We want you to get this into your home, and then you've got 12 months to experience results. Look, after just 3 months, he saw results. And you know what else? Everybody else who knew him saw results. Here's the thing, Sean, I know you and I are obviously passionate about this. No one, maybe my mom, might say something. She didn't say anything about it. My husband knows better than to say something about hair loss. No one's gonna tell you, you know what, I think your hair is thinning. You know what, you're getting a bald patch back here. No one's gonna say that. But we have that idea, and a lot of us sort of deny it. There's no more denial. This is truly proven to regrow that hair, whether we want to admit it or not.
And I think, so many of us are looking at what we put on our skin now, and this has no chemicals. This is low-level laser therapy. This is lasers. So if you're trying to take care of yourself, I think that's one of the best things about this. I do this for 6 minutes in the morning, and sometimes going to the gym is a little difficult. This is easy, and you're doing something healthy for yourself, and you're growing that hair back. So if you have shied away from getting those pictures taken. And I think it's so interesting. My daughter's 22 now, and I'm looking through some times in our life when I didn't get in the pictures. And now I look back and go, oh my gosh, we don't have any pictures of the two of us together in that phase. Think about your loved ones because they want you in the pictures. So do this for yourself and get in those family pictures this summer. Think of the holidays. You can get into the pictures without the cap. And by the way, if you want to put this in your favorite team cap or an unmarked cap, you can do that. It'll fit in any standard size cap as long as you have a little hole in the back for the cord. But this is about you doing something for you. And people say I'm a beauty expert. Yes, maybe, but it's more of a health expert. If you are losing time, if you're losing confidence in the morning, whether it's combing your hair this way or, trying to figure out how to do the ponytail or not being able to do the updo or trying to get the wig to look good, try this. Hopefully, in most cases, this is going to work for you. It is an FDA-cleared medical device proven by studies to not only stop your hair loss, but help to grow your own hair back. And I think, there was a mom that I interviewed and she was saying she would drive her daughter to school and she was not getting out of the car because her hair would be wet, or at one point she was using a topical, and it was embarrassing for her to get out of the car because her scalp was showing. And she grew her hair back, and one day was standing outside of school when her daughter came out, with all the moms, we all stand with the coffee, maybe you've been there. And her daughter was so excited when she got in the car and she said, Mom, you have friends. You were outside with the other moms. I got to hang out with the girls. And I just want to say to you, I think our friends love us no matter what. So this isn't about that. This is about you feeling confident. So if you want to grow your hair back, if you want to, maybe go get a sassy short haircut and you want to do this so that your scalp isn't showing, if you want to have the long, luxurious locks and you want to make sure that you're treating that hair follicle and having that hair grow as healthy and thick and gorgeous as it can, this is for you. And I do want to say some people notice that the hair does grow in a little bit darker and richer. And that's because as your hair is getting thinner, you might notice like it's a lighter color. The pigment isn't as nice. It's brittle. That's your unhealthy hair. So once you use this FDA-cleared treatment, it's going to bring that hair back in a more healthy state. So again, your follicle is going to be stronger, the hair is going to be stronger, and I'm just going to take one more little second here so that you can hear it. Let me turn it on. There's no sound. No one but you needs to know about this. You might end up like me and Shannon and telling everybody about it because it works for you. But 202 lasers, most coverage you can get at HSN, best value you can get that I've found anywhere, easiest thing you can do to regrow your hair. And I just have to say, it's an honor to get to tell you about androgenetic alopecia and come at it from a medical standpoint and tell you that it's 1 in 3 of us women, 85% of men, but there's something that science has given us that you can do about it. So again, Shannon, I love that HSN jumped on the bandwagon and said, we'll help too, because in 0 to 3 months, you're probably not going to notice a lot of change unless you have short hair, because that follicle, the hair has to get through the skin. 3 to 6 months, you start to notice a difference. 6 to 12 months is when you grow your hair in. And at 24 months, that's about as much hair as it's going to grow. So then 6 minutes a day for maintenance. So we have something you can do, and it's Capillus.
Finally, and as you're watching right now, finally, you're saving $1,000. Sean, thank you so much. I know that this is our last scheduled presentation. I'm so glad that you shared your expertise with us. I know everyone who struggles with this is gonna jump in and try this for an entire year. So thank you.
Thank you, and I'm just gonna hook it on my belt and I don't know, maybe I'll go make a little tea. You have that in 6 minutes. I will have treated my hair. In 6 minutes, you can do it too. And make sure you take a before picture because I think you'll be amazed at what this can do for you. So thanks for spending time with me.
Definitely, and we would love it if you would share your before and after pictures. You have an entire year, not an entire year with this. You'll have this for far longer than a year. We're giving you a 1-year money back guarantee that this will regrow your hair. Man, woman, it doesn't matter.